It's Marcus Painter again with DoomForSuccess.com. Gosh, man, it's been a while since I've done a. Hold on, I gotta take this out. Got these new earplugs, and I can't. It sounds funny when I talk in my own head. Yeah, it's been a while since we've done a DFS show. It's been a few weeks here. Had a lot going on here. We've had some huge changes in our business. We've had some kind of internal things going. One of my mentors and original business partners that I got started with in the real estate business passed away this last month, so it's been a little bit difficult, but my goal is to start doing the DFS shows again every week. I'm going to work really hard and commit to doing that. So really what we have been doing, just to get you caught up if you haven't seen any of the Doom for Success shows, it's a weekly show we do every Tuesday night at 8:30 Central Standard Time. And really what we do is we talk about real estate. So if you're involved in real estate anyway, if you're a wholesaler or you're just getting involved, or even if you're a realtor or a contractor, we're going to be giving you a lot of great tips and all that fun stuff. So we also talk about some success principles. So we have been spending the last several weeks going through the entire book of Think and Grow Rich. I believe we are on chapter 11 or 12. I can't remember. We're going to pick that up next week on the subconscious mind. I can't remember what chapter it is right off the top of my head. But, if you want to be on the show and join in, just shoot me an email on Google Plus or on YouTube. I'm really easy to get a hold of, actually. And say, hey, what's this whole DFS thing about? And I'll try to get you filled in. So tonight, really, I just want to spend just a few minutes here and basically invite you to the KCIG meeting this month. If you're in Kansas City, or if you're going to be in Kansas City this Thursday night, KCIG is the Kansas City Investment Group. It's a local RIA here in Kansas City. I am vice president of KCIG, and my dad right now just happens to be the president. And we've worked really hard to bring a lot of value to you guys too. So I'm actually going to be speaking this month on running numbers and analyzing deals, which is a huge part of what we do in the real estate business. So, I get so many emails from people, and I get people that email all the cash buyers in certain areas, and they say, hey, can I get you signed up on my email list because I've got great deals. And honestly, I can tell you the truth. I've only bought wholesale deals from two wholesalers here in Kansas City. I've only bought 2 or 3 wholesale deals from other people, and I get propositioned with a lot of deals. But it's like anything else. Most people will either take an online course, or they think they know what wholesaling is about, or they've read a book and they really have no idea. Most of the time their numbers come in on the retail side, right? It's not really a wholesale price. My earbud's falling out. I'm getting ready to close on a wholesale deal this week, and I'm looking to buy more. So my goal and my intent is to educate you guys so you can bring us deals. We're going to talk about A, B, and C areas and what cash-on-cash return you should be buying those properties at wholesale, so you can then sell them to me, so I can fix them up and then in turn go ahead and sell them, and we can all make money, and it'll be a good deal. So I'm really looking forward to it. Honestly, I get super nervous when I have to get up and talk in front of people, but it's good for me. It's a lot easier when it's just kind of like me and the camera here. It doesn't seem like that big a deal, even though I do have 40 million people watching this video right now, which is okay. So running numbers, cash-on-cash return. There's so many different ways to run your numbers if you're a wholesaler, and I'm not saying that my way is the best, but I have spent the last 6 years kind of working on that and perfecting it in several different ways. Actually, we do have different ways that we run our numbers. We have been working on systems the last several years. I would say 3 years, me and one of my former business partners. And what we've done is we have created widgets that are specific to the Kansas City market, and we've tested it here extensively, and it worked great. I have not currently used it in any other market. I'm sure there's some things that you'd have to tweak and some thresholds, you'd have to set and change to apply to your area. But what this widget does is it literally allows you to just plug in the rent, the taxes, and it calculates everything else. Okay, and that might sound too good to be true, is what I meant to say. But it works very well. Okay, and here's the thing about this little widget that we created that I'm going to share with you guys on Thursday night. It's by no means 100% accurate. Okay, because there's so many little variables that can turn a great deal into a bad deal very quickly. But here's what it does is it determines the person's motivation level. Okay, so you plug in your numbers according to the data that they give you, which may not always be completely accurate, that I've found over the years. But you simply plug it in, and it spits out a highest and best offer and then a beginning offer. And what you say to the seller is, you know, Mr. Seller, it looks like, you know, we've ran our numbers, we've looked at everything, and I think that we can offer this much for your property. And is that something you could accept? And obviously, if they say, you know, I think I could do that, it's probably a little bit low, but at this point I want to sell. At that point, you can go ahead and make an appointment to go look at the property and, you know, do further evaluations when you get there. But at least you know they're motivated, and that's the key to this whole thing, is knowing motivation. And if they say, like, you know, 90% of them will say, oh, there's no way I'm going to sell my house at that price, then obviously you need to put them in a follow-up deal and contact them at a later date to see if their motivation level has changed at all. But it's been a really cool tool. So here's what you can do with that once you know how to use it and you understand exactly what it is. You can hire VAs to do this for you, and that's exactly what we've done. It's super easy. It's not complicated. Really what we did is we created the widget, and it actually has every zip code in Kansas City in, let me clarify, in Clay County and Jackson County. I believe we have some Kansas zip codes in there, but let me not say that. I think it's just on the Missouri side. And it will give you your cash-on-cash return that you should be buying that at a wholesale price in that area. So it's a very powerful tool, and it's cool. So okay, I totally got sidetracked. So you can hire VAs and train them to do this for you. So that's kind of the way our system works right now. Is I have 2 VAs currently that work for me that answer all of my buyer and seller leads, calls that come in. So I don't really talk to anybody unless they are deadly serious about either selling their property or buying the property. At least people that call in through our advertising. Of course, I do have a lot of contacts here in Kansas City that call me directly, but you know, most everybody that calls in that are new, they get directed to the VAs, and they either get signed up on our buyers list, everybody that calls in, and the sellers get put in the seller lead, and then I have another VA that runs all of the numbers on the property. And you know, obviously there's always a little bit of tweaking. This is not something that works like 100% perfect all the time, but really what we're looking for is a certain amount of motivation for the person, for us to, before I go out and look at it. Let's put it that way. Because when I first got in, and even like I caught myself, you know, a couple years ago even, is my daughter's playing with balloons over there. I totally lost my train of thought. What I found myself doing is running all over Kansas City chasing leads. And that is the biggest waste of time I finally realized that you could ever do. The way that I used to do it is we would get a lead in, we would do some quick preliminary things, and then we would go out and look at the property. And when you do it that way, what you find yourself doing is just looking at house after house after house with, hey, Charlize, can you stop doing that, baby? Turn this up just a little bit. You find yourself basically just going to houses that are a waste of time, that either aren't deals because the numbers aren't right, or you know, whatever reason. So pre-qualifying your leads before you even go and look at the property increases your odds tremendously of actually buying that house. and it's saved me a ton of time and gas mileage and gas, and time is money. So you can use that time to figure out better systems and better things to do with your time, and more ways to make money, which is very important for all of us business owners. So those are just a few things that I'm going to be covering. It should be a lot of fun. If you want more information about KCIG, just go to the website at kcig.org, and times and locations and everything is on there. You can even get signed up to be a member if you want to. It only costs $50 a year to join KCIG, so it's very hold on, baby. It's very very affordable, and I mean you get a lot of bang for your buck. If you have deals, we want you to bring them to KCIG. You have no idea. We have cash buyers there that are looking to buy your properties. We have a deal table where you can bring your business cards. If you have flyers that has your deals on them, you can put those out for free, no extra charge. That's one aspect that we're really trying to encourage with the entire group is the networking aspect of it. To me, that's the real power of joining a local RIA, is the networking aspect. You've got to come, you've got to let everybody know what you do, and pretty soon you'll be doing business. So that's pretty much it. I really wanted to promote the KCIG meeting this month. We're going to be live next week, going over Think and Grow Rich. We'll probably be talking about some real estate. I would love to have you guys, if you're a local professional, or even, here's a cool thing about Google Plus. Even if you're across the country in California and you're watching this video and you do real estate, I would invite you to come on and join the team. We can learn from each other. You can tell me what's working in California. I can tell you what's working here in Kansas City. I mean, you talk about two completely different markets. It's like night and day. So it'll be a lot of fun. Thanks for hanging out with me just for a few minutes. Yeah, I've only been on for, what, 12 minutes. But that's cool. I will see you guys at the KCIG meeting. If you have any questions about it, you can go to the KCIG website and call the number on there, and that actually rings my cell phone and several of the board members' cell phones too. If you want to get a hold of us and talk to us regarding anything with real estate or KCIG, I would just encourage you to do that. So we'll see you guys Thursday night. Go to the website at kcig.org, and we'll see you there, guys. We will see you next week. Same time, same location. Bye.